Hello, welcome to Business Reporter's Best of British Business campaign. I'm Ashley Blake. What do patients expect from private healthcare practitioners? Ideally, empathy and attention and a swift diagnosis, followed by appropriate treatment. But most patients won't be aware or concerned with what goes on behind the scenes. Complex logistical and administrative burdens, from scheduling appointments to insurance paperwork, means dozens of hours are spent on back office work that might be better devoted to patient care. But technology could hold some of the answers in helping practitioners to focus on the one thing that really matters, the health of their patients. In this series, we'll be exploring the solutions with Desney Marston, Product and Marketing Liaison, and Kingsley Hollis, Head of Business Development, ePractice. So let's imagine I'm about to start my exciting new practice. What are the main challenges I'm facing?
Well, there's a number of challenges. Some of them are exciting and some of them not so exciting. So the exciting bits are finding your premises, seeing your first patient, treating them, helping them. The not so exciting things are probably the admin, the bits in the background that actually make your practice run like a business.
The admin side to it is a necessary evil, but it's not necessarily given a lot of airtime when you're trying to set up in private practice, first of all. But then I think reality kind of sets in, and it's far easier to get those administration systems set up before you get going.
So what are the key aspects of administration are really important?
Your patient database.
Diary,
Yep. Finance, correspondence.
And reporting on that information as well.
It sounds like an administrative nightmare, minefield. Can one application sort all this out for me?
Oh yeah, absolutely, because it all interacts. So as soon as you've got your patient database, everything else slots into place. And not only that, with ePractice, it also slots into place with some of our other products that we offer as well.
Okay, so how does Health Code help with that?
Well, it is all interconnected, as you say, isn't it? I think when a practitioner starts off, they will be entering a lot of that information themselves, but that's not really the ideal. If we can automate having data entered, that's perfect. If not, administration staff entering and kind of continuing that journey. So the practitioner can concentrate on seeing the patient, looking after their health, as it were. That's what they specialise in, after all. And anything we can do to automate it is always helpful. So things like our auto-populating invoice system, I think that's a brilliant system, because if the hospital is also raising an invoice, they'll have entered most of the information that the practitioner needs in their system. So because we're validating that information, that can be fed back into the practitioner's system, so they don't have to enter the patient details, the invoice details, including stuff like the diagnosis code and which operation took place, and they can just update it to enter the fee that's required and ping that off across to the insurance.
Kingsley did mention the auto-population invoice, but there's a lot of other unique things that we can offer simply because of the interconnectivity between ePractice and some of our other products. So Kings, we have the clearing service.
Yeah, and then off the back of that, one functionality I particularly like is the auto-allocation of remittances that comes in. So before we were talking about raising the invoice off the back of that information, you've also got almost the reverse of that, where the practitioner's been paid by the insurance company and sends a remittance across, and the system can automatically work out which patient that relates to, which invoice as well, and automatically mark that payment off in the system, which saves a bundle of time. I think alongside that, quite often there's a excess payment on an insurance policy. So as a patient, you've got to cover the first £100 or £200 of your first claim that year. And the system can be set up to automatically chase that automatically reallocate that to the patient and send that off electronically. So the patient can just log in, make a payment on a card, and that automatically updates in the system as well.
Everybody's used to doing everything on their phones these days or on their tablets. So we've now also introduced a way to electronically invoice self-pay patients. So in exactly the same manner as you would send an invoice to an insurance company, you can send an invoice to a self-pay patient. And as Kingsley said, they pay securely online, job done, money straight in your bank, and the invoice is reconciled on your system.
I see. And you say, Desney, the private practitioner will be doing this initially.
Initially.
But what happens when the business grows?
Absolutely.
Because it is a business after all, isn't it?
Absolutely, and you hope that it does grow. You get so many patients that trying to do the admin just eats into the time that you'll be wanting to see patients. And we understand that. So what we offer is that any additional users, there's no additional fee. So as your practice grows, you can have more and more users. So you could have somebody who's just doing your secretarial work. You can have somebody else who's doing the accounting work. You could have 3 people on reception. So you can have as many users accessing that data as you want, all for the same fee.
And the system works both ways for the practitioner as well as the patient. They work simultaneously, so everybody's in one loop, as it were.
Yeah, as soon as an invoice is sent either to an insurer or the patient, they're picked up by whoever the recipient is. The insurer will put it through their systems and their checks and balances, whatever. But from a patient perspective, they get their invoice, it's on a PDF, they hit a button, pay now, and they can just pop in their credit card details, job done.
So ePractice offers a management solution for all of the above?
Absolutely. It is a full practice management solution that will be with you for your whole career.
So as a new practitioner, I've opened the doors. The last thing on my mind is having to learn a new system. Where's the help for me there?
Yeah, well, we offer unlimited free customer support. So our customer support is available 8 till 6, Monday to Friday. In addition to that, we have a wonderful service delivery department.
So if someone's purchasing the system, we'll liaise with them about the appropriate system for them to have, because there's a few different tiers and we want to make sure it's a good fit for the practitioner. And then we'll pass it across to our service delivery team. They configure the system, particularly for that practitioner, so you can set up things like headed stationaries or just tailor the system to that practitioner. They'll conduct training as well with all of the staff to get people up and running. And they also do hypercare as well. So for the first couple of weeks after introducing a new system, that tends to be where people struggle to get used to the nuances, if you like, of getting to grips with the system. So we find it beneficial that it's the people that actually trained them how to use it that actually do the kind of customer services side and the support for that for the first couple of weeks.
And is this face-to-face or is it over the telephone or?
It's video.
Video.
Yeah,
see.
video
Right.
call. And then on top of that, we also, the service delivery guys also run the Health Code Academy. And at any stage, users of ePractice can join a course, and it's via video, and we've broken it down into modules. So if they want sort of brushing up on a certain large module, they can do that, but we've also got nice little bite-sized ones. So if they've got 10 minutes at lunchtime that they just want to catch up on, how do I add a patient again? Or how do I use my diary? We've always got that available, and it's all free of charge.
So to sum up, perhaps a sentence from you each, what would you say to someone considering taking your practice management solution, ePractice, on board?
So I think you'd agree with me, wouldn't you, Kings, that the whole point of ePractice is that it releases the practitioner from the burden of admin, giving them their full attention to be spent on the patient, getting them better and looking for new ones.
As you say, we're looking to completely redevelop the system, which is already started along with all of our other products as well. Mm-hmm. And we very much want it to be, it's not just a system for now. We want it to be a system for a practitioner throughout their entire career, and something that's going to grow with them as they go through it. We've got a huge amount of experience, yourself being a practice manager for how long?
Oh, over 30 years I was a practice manager, so I've used these practice management systems myself extensively.
Yeah.
And King's...
I've worked in the industry for 30 years as well, so hopefully we've learned some stuff along the way.
Excellent. Desney Milestone, Kingsley Hollis, Health Code.